Have you ever wondered what really happens to your body when you release every single day? Most men think it's harmless or even healthy, but the truth might surprise you. I'm Dr. Nora Hayes, and today we're breaking down the real science behind daily ejaculation and what it means for your long-term performance, energy, and confidence. Have you ever stopped to wonder what happens inside your body when you ejaculate every single day? Most men assume it's just a normal release, but your body, your brain, and even your hormones tell a deeper story. I'm Dr. Nora Hayes, and today we're uncovering the truth behind daily ejaculation, not with myths or fear, but with real science that can help you regain balance, energy, and lasting confidence. Most men never stop to think about what really happens when they ejaculate every single day. It feels natural, even necessary, a quick release that relieves tension and stress. But beneath that momentary relief, your body is performing an incredibly complex hormonal dance that influences nearly every aspect of your health, from your focus and energy to your mood, motivation, and long-term vitality. You see, ejaculation isn't just a physical act. It's a full-body event that triggers shifts in testosterone, dopamine, prolactin, and oxytocin. When it happens occasionally, your body recovers easily. But when it happens daily, that recovery system is constantly being challenged. Studies have shown that frequent ejaculation can cause short-term dips in testosterone levels, leaving you feeling less driven, less focused, and sometimes even more fatigued. It's not that release is bad, it's that balance matters. Your body thrives on rhythm, not repetition. Just as muscles need time to rebuild after a workout, your reproductive and hormonal systems need recovery to maintain their strength and vitality. When you overtrain, your body weakens. When you over-release, your system does the same, often quietly, showing up as low energy, poor concentration, or decreased motivation over time. But here's the empowering truth. Your body is remarkably adaptable. When you allow time between ejaculations, even just a few days, your testosterone levels naturally rebound. Energy stabilizes, focus sharpens. Many men report feeling more alive, more confident, and even more connected to their purpose. That's not coincidence. It's biology, working for you instead of against you. The key isn't abstinence, it's awareness. Pay attention to how your body feels. Notice your energy, your clarity, your mood. If you're feeling drained or foggy, it might not be about diet or stress alone. It could be your release pattern. Give your body time to replenish its natural reserves, and you'll begin to notice the difference almost immediately. Science reminds us that control is power, but not in the way most people think. It's not about restriction. It's about understanding. When you learn to work with your body's biology, you unlock a level of strength, focus, and drive that can completely transform your health and confidence. You're not losing anything by slowing down. You're gaining back everything your body was designed to give. Most men grow up hearing mixed messages about ejaculation. Some say it's healthy and necessary. Others warn that it drains your strength. The truth is, your body has been giving you the real answers all along. You just haven't been taught how to listen. Every man's body has its own natural rhythm, and when that rhythm is ignored, imbalance begins to show up quietly in your energy, your focus, and even your sense of drive. When ejaculation becomes a daily habit, your body's finely tuned systems start to adapt to that constant release. Each time you ejaculate, your brain releases a surge of dopamine, the pleasure chemical that makes you feel good. But here's the catch. Too much dopamine stimulation too often can dull your brain's sensitivity to pleasure. Over time, what once felt exciting or satisfying may start to feel flat or empty. It's not about morality, it's about biology. Your reproductive system, like your muscles or your heart, needs periods of recovery. Every release temporarily lowers your testosterone levels, increases prolactin, and changes your energy chemistry. These shifts are normal. Your body is designed for them. But when they happen too frequently, your body doesn't get the chance to restore equilibrium. You might notice you're more tired in the morning, less focused at work, or less motivated to pursue your goals. That's not weakness. That's your body asking for balance. Listening to your body starts with awareness. Notice how you feel after a few days of rest versus after daily release. Many men report sharper mental clarity, more stable moods, and even deeper emotional connection when they give their bodies space to recharge. Scientifically, this makes sense. Testosterone begins to rise again after a few days of abstaining, leading to greater confidence, energy, and motivation. It's not about avoiding pleasure, it's about mastering it. When you align with your body's natural rhythm, you stop chasing momentary satisfaction and start building long-term vitality. You feel more centered, more grounded, and more in control. That's the true power of awareness, not to restrict yourself, but to choose what serves your health, your focus, and your purpose. Your body is always communicating. The real transformation begins when you finally start listening. There comes a moment when many men quietly ask themselves, why do I feel so drained lately? The workouts aren't hitting the same, motivation feels low, and even small tasks feel heavy. It's easy to blame stress, age, or lack of sleep, but the real issue often lies deeper, in the subtle hormonal imbalances created by lifestyle habits we rarely question. One of those habits is the frequency of sexual release. Every time you ejaculate, your body experiences a cascade of hormonal changes. Testosterone dips briefly, prolactin rises, and dopamine, your pleasure and motivation neurotransmitter, drops after peaking. When this happens occasionally, the body rebounds beautifully. But when it becomes a daily routine, the body doesn't fully reset. You may not notice it immediately, but over time it can manifest as fatigue, brain fog, or a loss of inner drive. It's your body's quiet signal that it needs restoration. Your biology is designed for cycles, periods of activity followed by recovery. Just as you wouldn't train the same muscle every day without rest, your reproductive system thrives when given time to rebuild. The science is clear. Moderate periods between ejaculations allow testosterone to stabilize, dopamine to reset, and your nervous system to recharge. This creates space for your mind and body to work in harmony again, and that balance translates into more energy, sharper focus, and a deeper sense of purpose. When men begin to listen to this rhythm, something powerful happens. They start to feel driven again, not from sheer willpower, but from hormonal alignment. That renewed strength isn't just physical, it's mental and emotional. Confidence grows naturally when energy flows freely, and that's when true transformation begins. This isn't about denying pleasure or controlling desire. It's about understanding how your biology supports your highest performance and well-being. When you give your body the respect and space it needs to recover, it rewards you tenfold, with clearer thinking, stronger vitality, and more authentic connection. You start to live from a place of intention instead of impulse. That's how you go from feeling drained to truly driven, by honoring the science of balance and reclaiming the power that was always yours to begin with. We live in a world built on instant gratification. With a single click or swipe, we can satisfy almost any desire, and that constant access has rewired how our brains experience pleasure. For many men, this shows up in one deeply personal way, the dopamine trap. It's the cycle of chasing quick satisfaction through constant release, only to feel more drained, less motivated, and strangely disconnected afterward. You're not broken. Your brain is simply overstimulated. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter that drives your motivation, focus, and reward. It's what pushes you to set goals, work hard, and feel satisfaction when you achieve them. But every time you engage in high stimulation activities, like daily ejaculation, excessive screen time, or adult content, your brain releases huge spikes of dopamine. Over time, these repeated surges desensitize your receptors. What once felt exciting now barely registers. You crave more but enjoy less. This is how the dopamine trap quietly erodes your energy and focus. The science is clear. When dopamine levels are constantly spiked, your brain's reward system becomes dull. This doesn't just affect your sex drive. It impacts your ambition, confidence, and even your ability to experience joy in simple things. You may notice you feel restless, unmotivated, or emotionally flat. That's not a lack of discipline, it's neurochemical burnout. The good news is that your brain is incredibly resilient. Just as it adapted to overstimulation, it can also heal from it. When you give your nervous system a break, through periods of intentional abstinence, deeper sleep, or mindful living, dopamine receptors begin to reset. Motivation returns, small pleasures start to feel satisfying again. Energy builds naturally without forcing it. This is what true balance feels like, not deprivation, but restoration. The goal isn't to suppress desire, it's to master it. When you learn to control the timing and intention behind your release, you stop being ruled by impulse and start living from a place of purpose. You feel grounded, focused, and alive again because your brain is no longer chasing false highs, it's thriving on natural balance. That's the power of understanding your biology. Transforming pleasure into progress and short-term gratification into long-term strength. Most men assume that ejaculation is just about release, a physical act that ends in temporary relief, but your body knows better. Every release is a signal, a biochemical conversation between your brain, your hormones, and your energy systems. When you understand that connection, you gain the ability to optimize not just your sexual health, but your overall vitality, focus, and longevity. Ejaculation triggers a powerful hormonal exchange. Testosterone dips momentarily, prolactin rises, and your nervous system shifts from a state of excitement to deep relaxation. In moderation, this process is healthy. It resets tension and balances your body's chemistry. But when it happens too often, the system doesn't fully recover. Testosterone can remain slightly suppressed. Dopamine becomes overstimulated, and your adrenal system begins to compensate. The result? Lower energy, slower recovery, and that feeling of being just a little off even when you're doing everything right. Science has shown that strategic spacing between ejaculations, even just a few days, allows testosterone to rebound naturally. During that time, your body rebuilds seminal fluid, increases sperm quality, and enhances blood flow regulation. More importantly, your brain resets its dopamine pathways, restoring sensitivity to natural rewards like physical activity, accomplishment, and emotional connection. What you gain isn't just physical, it's mental clarity, deeper motivation, and emotional steadiness. The truth is, male vitality isn't about constant release, it's about controlled energy. The most vibrant men, those who move with purpose and confidence, are not repressing their biology but working with it. They've learned that desire, when channeled consciously, becomes a source of strength rather than depletion. It's the same principle elite athletes use when they time their recovery. The rest period is what builds resilience. So instead of viewing ejaculation as something you simply do, begin to see it as something you manage intentionally, like your nutrition, your sleep, or your training. Your body rewards that awareness with stronger performance, sharper focus, and renewed confidence. When you align with your biology instead of working against it, you reclaim the energy, balance, and vitality that every man is meant to experience. This is not restriction. It's mastery. It's how you take back control of your body, your mind, and your power.